Okay, let's dive right in. We're looking today not just at a house, but maybe a blueprint. A blueprint for smart living just outside the, let's say, intensity of the GTA.
Exactly. We've got this fantastic case study here, 23 Mancini Drive in Angus, Township. It really shows you what's possible.
It does. It's like the perfect lens to see what's happening in that market, right?
Yeah.
Real potential there.
For sure. It's a prime example of that value you can find, size, features, and this interesting dual-purpose setup we'll get into. It's more than just walls and a roof.
Definitely feels like a strategic move, not just a home purchase. So let's get the basics out right away. What are we looking at?
Okay, so it's a two-story detached home. Listing price was $11,199,999 back in September 2025.
Got it. And size-wise, it looks substantial.
Oh, it is. Somewhere between 2,500 and 3,000 square feet. Brick construction. Looks like it's in that 16 to 30-year-old range.
Okay, so established but not ancient. And bedrooms. That number jumped out at me.
Yeah, it's impressive. 4 bedrooms upstairs, plus another 3 in the basement. So 4 plus 3. And 4 full bathrooms throughout.
7 potential bedrooms and 4 baths.
Yeah.
That's a lot of house.
It is. And that combination, the size and that age bracket, it kind of brings up that first point, you know? You get the mature neighborhood feel.
Mm-hmm.
But you also need to think about, okay, what's been updated? What are the potential long-term costs? It's that balance.
Right. You need to look closely. But focusing on the immediate appeal, what jumps out when you walk in, according to the details we have?
Space and light, definitely. Those 9-foot ceilings on the main floor make a huge difference. It just feels more open, brighter.
Yeah, 9-foot ceilings are a big plus. And it's not just one big open space, right? There are distinct zones.
Exactly. You've got a separate living room, which is nice for maybe more formal gatherings, and then a cozier family room.
And crucially for today, a main floor office.
Yes. So important now. Plus, the laundry's on the main floor, too. A little thing, maybe, but makes daily life easier in a big house.
Totally practical. Okay, let's move to the kitchen. Often the heart of the home, right?
For sure. This one's described as a gourmet eat-in kitchen. Got a full pantry, which is great for storage.
And it connects to the family room.
Yeah, it opens right up. Perfect for keeping an eye on kids or chatting with guests while you're cooking. Very family-friendly layout.
Makes sense. And upstairs, what's the setup for the bedrooms?
So the primary bedroom sounds like a proper retreat, you know, big enough to relax in, with a 5-piece ensuite and a walk-in closet.
Nice. Standard expectations for a primary, maybe, but good to have. What about the other bedrooms?
That's where it gets really good for larger families. 3 other large bedrooms, not tiny boxes, and they share another full 5-piece bathroom.
Okay, so plenty of space and enough bathroom access to avoid morning traffic jams.
Exactly. Thinking practically again.
And that practicality extends outside, too, right? Parking, garage.
Yep. Double attached garage, plus enough driveway space for a total of 6 parking spots. No shuffling cars constantly.
That's a relief in suburbs sometimes. And the street itself. Anything notable there?
Actually, yeah. It's on a dead-end street, a cul-de-sac.
Oh, interesting. So less traffic zooming by.
Way less traffic. Big peace of mind factor if you've got kids playing outside, you know? Probably quieter, too. Adds to that neighborhood feel.
Good point. Okay, let's zoom out a bit from the house itself. Why Angus? Why Essa Township? What's the draw compared to, say, closer GTA suburbs?
Well, this is where the numbers get really interesting. Angus is kind of maybe a hidden gem for affordability still.
Okay.
As of 2025, the average home price there was around $772,883. Now, think about what that buys you closer to Toronto.
Right. Not much, comparatively. Especially not a detached house of this size. So it's that value proposition.
It's a huge part of it. It's like a pressure release valve for buyers feeling squeezed out elsewhere.
But does affordability mean slow market? Are things sitting there?
Not at all, actually. Homes are moving. The median days on market was just 33 days. That's pretty quick.
Okay, 33 days. And appreciation? Is there growth?
This is the kicker. Quarterly price appreciation was over 8%.
Whoa, hold on. 8% in
Yeah.
1 quarter.
Yeah. Impressive, right? It really shows there's strong demand pushing prices up.
That kind of growth is, well, it's significant.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder what's fueling it beyond just being cheaper than the GTA.
Well, there are a few things. First, connectivity is decent. You're only like 15, 20 minutes from Barrie.
Okay, so access to city amenities, jobs.
And you've got Highway 400 nearby for commuting south if you need to. It's manageable for many.
Makes sense. What else?
The community itself feels very family-oriented. The stats show almost half, 46% of households, are families with kids.
It isn't CFB Borden right there? That must have an impact.
Huge impact. Brings in a steady stream of military families, adds diversity, keeps demand stable even when other markets fluctuate. It's a solid base.
Right, stability and amenities for those families. Parks,
Yeah.
recreation.
Oh yeah, they seem well served. The sources mention 11 parks, 38 recreational facilities, sports fields, playgrounds, even a splash pad. It sounds like a place designed for families to actually live, not just sleep.
So the infrastructure keeps up. What about schools?
Yep, covered there too. Noto Sagapayan Secondary School, plus elementary options like Angus Morrison and Our Lady of Grace are mentioned. It seems like the essentials are all close by.
Okay, so good community, growing market. Now let's circle back to 23 Mancini specifically. That investment angle you mentioned, the basement.
Right. This is probably the most unique selling point financially. It has a fully finished basement, but crucially, it's set up as like a separate unit. It has its own entrance.
A separate entrance. That changes everything, doesn't it? It's not just extra rec space.
Exactly. It opens up possibilities. Multi-generational living, maybe a home office totally separate from the main house, or, the big one, rental income.
And the sources give us a number for that.
They do. It's currently rented for $2,050 a month.
Wow, $2,050. That's a significant chunk of a mortgage payment right there.
It absolutely is. For an owner-occupier, that makes a massive difference to affordability. You rarely find that kind of immediate income potential already in place in a house like this.
And thinking about that income stream, how secure is it? Are basement apartments generally okay in S? Sometimes bylaws can be tricky.
That's a great point. The intel suggests ESSA Township's rules around these secondary dwelling units are actually quite favorable, maybe more flexible than some nearby areas.
Okay, so that adds a layer of security to that income. It's not just potential income. It's like legally supported income.
Precisely. And combine that with strong rental demand in Angus generally, plus that 8% plus annual price growth we talk about.
It starts to look less like just buying a home and more like buying a financial asset that you also live in.
That's a perfect way to put it. It's a dual-purpose investment vehicle.
Got it. And just quickly, property taxes, always a factor.
Yeah, the estimate for 2024 was $3,501 for the year, which, for a house this size with that income potential, seems pretty reasonable.
Okay, so navigating all this, the market, the income potential, the lifestyle fit, it requires some expertise, doesn't it?
Absolutely. You need someone who gets both sides. The listing agents here are Catch the Key Inc. at Remax West Realty, Sushil Mishra, and Himani Sood's team.
Right. And their approach seems relevant. You hear terms like data-driven a lot. What does that actually mean for someone buying or selling this kind of property?
Well, it seems they go beyond just looking at recent sales. They use things like 3D tours, not just for marketing, but to gather data.
How so?
They track engagement, who's clicking where, how long they spend walking through virtually. Then they compare that digital foot traffic with actual sales data. It helps them price things more accurately, potentially getting a better price by being more precise than just standard comps.
Interesting. So using tech to refine the valuation, and they mentioned automation too.
Yeah, things like automated follow-up systems. It just means leads don't get dropped. If someone shows interest, the system helps ensure they're contacted, nurtured. It's about efficiency, making sure opportunities aren't missed for their clients.
So is that blend local knowledge of Angus and ESSA plus using systems and data effectively?
Exactly. Helping families find that sweet spot. Great home, solid investment. Their track record seems to focus on making that whole process smooth, especially when you have these extra layers like a rental unit.
It really feels like 23 Mancini Drive isn't just a one-off example, but maybe a template for how people might approach home ownership in these growing areas outside the core city.
I think so. It's this strategically sized asset that you live in, but it's also working for you financially through that rental income.
Maximize the space, maximize the financial return.
Right. And it brings up that provocative thought, doesn't it? If the rent covers a big chunk of your mortgage, are you really paying just for the house? Or are you actually paying for access to appreciating land in a growing market, with the house almost as a bonus?
That's a really sharp way to look at it. Paying for access to the land value appreciation.
Makes you think differently about the cost.
It does. So if this deep dive has you intrigued, if this specific property at 23 Mancini Drive sounds like it fits, or if you just want to explore this blend of lifestyle and investment in the Angus market,
then you really should talk to the team that understands this dual strategy inside and out. That's Catch the Key Inc.
you can reach Sushil Mishra, Himani Sood, and their team directly. The numbers are 647-300-6712.
Or 647-821-6712. Give them a call to get a private tour or just talk about the ESSA Township market.
Definitely worth exploring. Thanks for tuning into The Key Exchange, everyone. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever else you get your podcasts. We'll be back soon with another deep dive.